Round 4 of the Champions of the Future Academy programme in Slovakia opened with interesting entrants. Remigiusz Samczyk threw in a wildcard entrant and made himself your fastest driver in time qualifying. 2/10 clear, faster than the remainder of the field.
I really like the track, like the technical layout. It's a little bit hard with the overtaking always, but yeah, I just really like this track and I think I'm quite fast.
The pace and strength then didn't stop there for Remy. He took 2 out of 2 qualifying heat wins ahead of other newcomer Ashton Woon, who gave him a run for his money, but it was Remy that came out on top. There was other good drivers in the mix throughout the entire racing in the qualifying heats, Angelina Simons being one of those, Nuvolini also. Victoria Farfus had good pace throughout qualifying heats but fell short with crashes. Conor Clancy had a similar setup, walked into the weekend as championship leader but didn't quite have the strength in qualifying heats as we would expect. Qualifying heat results meant that going into the finals, it was Samczyk and Ashton Woon, your 2 wildcard entrants on the front row. Then they were followed shortly behind by Angelina Simons and Nuvolini.
Into the tram lines, 20 laps is upon us. It is lights out, fights on in OKNJ. Down into towards turn number 1, you can see already the grip levels are quite low in towards the start-finish line as drivers struggled to keep it within the tram lines, but the whole field's got away. Ashton Woon's held on to second place at this stage, but is behind Remigiusz Samczyk right at the start. Everyone's made it through turns 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 unscathed, but can they all get it through that first lap? Because it gets really tight and twisty in this second half. The long train starts to fan out. That's a big send down the inside. Angelina Simons under attack by, I believe, Nuvolini, who has stepped up into third place. He is braking there in towards turn number 3. Close a huge gap as down the inside it's all kicking off. Benjamin Westwood squeezing past Angelina Simons, who's now in the middle of an absolute torrent of karts who are all trying to get their way through. Huifei is there, Mateo Calderon, Mia Ogier, they're all there. Jan Michalesko all involved as they try to fight up. This is all the drivers inside that top 10, albeit with them fighting away. Yes, the top 3 are breaking away.
To around about 17th, 18th, because now we've got a battle for the race lead. That is Nuvolini not even battling. That is him just snatching the position away from Samczyk. Gets to Revers. Now we've lost the 32.
That's Kreeft and Clancy.
Oh my word. Your driver then that was P2 in the championship and another driver who's incredibly quick, Didier Kreeft.
I always like it when I see a driver hold a little bit more of a gap than that, but as long as they don't fall too far back, as down the inside, Samczyk now gets the overtake done. We had to wait until lap number 11 to see it, but Samczyk retakes the lead.
For Benjamin is now down the inside. That's a good move by Huifei. Changes position for him and Benjamin Westwood. And Angelina Simons slightly closer as that was a bit aggressive on the response by Westwood.
Well, if Huifei spotted the fact that Westwood's got the 5 second, he wouldn't really need to defend. That's going to help him out there. Angelina Simons down the inside. Thank you very much at turn number 12. She steps up now into P5. Back on this one. Westwood's got back through past Angelina Simons. That has just happened. Simons now back to P6 in this fight. While Samczyk's gone defensive, he checked over the shoulder, and I don't think that defensive posture was necessary, because now he's really backed himself up into Nuvolini. Surely there could be a lunge here in towards turn 12. He thinks about it, but he is not close enough, and Nuvolini has lost out in all that time. Remigiusz Samczyk, his first outing in the Academy programme, comes away with a final win across the line. It's another new final winner in the 2025 season, and it heads to Poland's Remigiusz Samczyk. A deserved win, lights to flag at the end ahead of Nuvolini and Ashton Woon. A superb drive.
It was a tough final, the pace was just really good, but everyone like Mani and Aston weren't any slower, so I till the end there was they can catch me, so I had to defend a little bit on the last lap.
Early doors of the final looked like Nuvolini could have been in for a final win, the first for him within the championship so far. but Samczyk changed his mind and went for an aggressive overtake, strongly pulled off and pushed Nuvolini down to P2. Once Samczyk went for the race lead on Mani Nuvolini, he kept it, making himself your first final winner of the 4th round here in Slovakia, the Champions of the Future Academy programme.
The sun was shining once again for the Academy programme at the Slovakia ring, and in the OKN junior category, Remi Samczyk had found himself on pole position once more.
I honestly didn't think that it was such a good lap. I thought that Ashton actually pulled away from me a little. But yeah, it's pole in the end, and I'm happy with that.
Mani Nuvolini and Nathan Kappen would round out that top 3 ahead of the qualifying heats. There would be slight changes though in that order. Remi Samczyk though coming away with that win ahead of the rest of the field, clear by 2.3 seconds. Nathan Kappen and Victoria Farfus would find themselves up inside that top 3 ahead of Benjamin Westwood and Ashton Woon. Going into the second of the heats on Sunday once more, Remi Samczyk finding himself the dominant force, the Polish driver securing 100 points and starting it on pole position for the final. Mani Nuvolini and Nathan Kappen this time around holding on to their 2nd and 3rd places, with Didier Kreeft gaining 7 to round out the top 4, with Ashton Woon once again in his first appearance in the Academy programme securing a top 5. Going into the final, it would be Remi Samczyk on pole position, but can anyone beat the pole after a dominant performance so far this weekend?
Into the tram lines, lights are out, fights on in OKN Junior, and it's a solid start for the inside row, but watch them all feed in towards turn number 1. Will they all get through cleanly? The answer is yes, and it is still a dominant start for Remi Samczyk at the front. Where did Nathan Kappen end up? The outside row wasn't too helpful to him. He's dropped down to 4th place as Mani Nuvolini has got through, and so has Ashton Woon.
That's a big moment into the fence for,
Julia
I think
Angelard.
that's the 34. Samczyk has a bit of a cloud on his shoulder into the hairpin. Nuvolini down the inside, clean as you like.
At the front, has not been able to break away. Ashton Woon on the rear end and has pushed through past Remi Samczyk. Samczyk down to 3rd.
Ashton Woon now looks like he's under threat, and he absolutely is. Overtaken by Remi Samczyk. Might have been the fact that the pressure is slightly different to Nuvolini, as now we have got that change for the race lead, and I think a change for P3 as well, because in the background looks like maybe Victoria Farfus has got past Ashton Woon. Victoria Farfus, Ashton Woon and Nathan Kappen. Kappen trying to close in on the brakes on Ashton Woon. Woon then just looked like he got the hairpin wrong slightly as well. He was quite wide in the mid section of the corner, just completely opened things up for Nathan, who now finds himself P4. More drama out there, this time for your previous championship leader, Conor Clancy.
Wojciech Woda, what happened to him? Wheel to wheel, just squeezing through.
He's now found his rhythm, he's found his pace as another driver gets it completely wrong out of the second sector.
I think it's stalled.
That's Neil Nekmouche, stalled out and absolutely devastated.
He will have seen that notification board go out, as Ashton Woon will not care about that. He will send it down the inside at turn 12 and get himself up into 4th place. Just 0.2 of a second in front of him. Mani Nuvolini and Remi Samczyk fighting to the very end of this race, and a quick glance over the shoulder for Samczyk. Sees that Nuvolini is still there. He's not close enough. He looks to the inside, but it's not gonna happen. Remi Samczyk, it's 2 finals out of 2 for the Polishman out of the final corner. He's done it again. Remi Samczyk wins the Champions of the Future Academy program. The final is his once more.
Yeah, I'm really happy. In the beginning stages of the race, I didn't have that much pace, but then I got it. I overtook Ashton and Mani, and then I tried to pull away. And in the end, I started losing a little bit because I started making some mistakes. But I'm really happy with it.
At the end of the OKN Junior Final, Remi Samczyk scores maximum points and comes away with another final win. Mani Nuvolini and Victoria Farfus join Samczyk on the podium, with Victoria Farfus crowning her first podium of the 2025 season as the field primes themselves ready for the last two rounds as the championship heads the United Arab Emirates.